Hello, one and all. Welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, I'm here to talk about former welterweight champion's recent comments, Kamaru Usman, that is, in regards to a potential fight against current welterweight champion Belal Muhammad. It seems like that now that Belal is the champion, Kamaru Usman once again feels rejuvenated, so to say, and re-energized to recapture that title. But before I get started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Kamaru Usman, recent comments, claims that he is ready and motivated for another title shot. I actually said this as soon as Belal Muhammad won the title. The fact that Belal won that welterweight title, it put so many plans astray. The likes of Islam Makhachev's plan to move up to welterweight to challenge Leon Edwards, which the latter did not seem too impressed with facing Islam Makhachev, in all honesty, because I think Leon deep down inside knew that the result of the fight against Islam Makhachev would have been very similar to what unfolded against Belal Muhammad, only in more clinical fashion. I just look at Islam Makhachev as the more aggressive wrestler, which ultimately that's how Leon Edwards lost his title, is pretty much due to 9 or 10 takedowns that Belal Muhammad was able to land on Leon Edwards. Therefore, taking the title away from Leon. Belal Muhammad flew under the radar for the majority of the time. Most people counted him out. I actually have videos speaking about Belal before he won the title. I did mention that what Leon is doing is, basically, from what I got out of it, was Leon and his camp were just simply overlooking Belal Muhammad. I believe that they thought that he's not a threat. But as I said before, I've said it so many times, that there's one thing that Belal Muhammad brings to the table. The 36-year-old, by the way, Belal Muhammad is 36 years old, is consistency. Consistency. Can we call him a late bloomer at 36? In all honesty, I think 35, 36, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 30. It's a perfect time for an MMA fighter to capture titles. I think most fighters are probably near the pinnacle around that age, let's say 32 to 38. That's when you're truly experienced. You know how to harness your energy, save your energy, and channel your energy. And, quite frankly, Belal Muhammad was precise against Leon Edwards and all of his previous opponents, matter of fact. And ultimately, consistency for Belal Muhammad paid off. I do understand that he is not the most captivating figure. We all know that. That is not what's important here. He's the current champion of the welterweight division. I believe that his lack of, I don't want to say lack of charisma, but lack of intrigue, let's say. He's just not quite as flashy as a style bender or as a outspoken as a McGregor, but he is a champion. He's the champion of the welterweight division, one of the most difficult divisions in the UFC. The welterweight division has some of the best athletes, not only in the UFC but on the planet. My personal opinion, I don't think it's much of a personal opinion. It's a fact. All you have to do is look at who fights at welterweight. Obviously, used to be championed by Leon Edwards, now championed by Belal Muhammad, formerly championed by a guy named Kamaru Usman, which at some point, the guy's nickname is the Nigerian Nightmare, because at some point, nobody can stand toe-to-toe with Kamaru Usman. That's all up until Leon Edwards really was able to do what he did to Usman. And ever since then, Usman has not been the same. But now with Belal being the champion, I've actually said it many times before after the fight, the guy's still being underestimated, overlooked. It's just my personal opinion. I think people think that it's going to be easy ripping that title off of Belal's shoulders, which, eventually there will be a new welterweight champion. The guy just received a title. I believe the most logical fight to make for Belal Muhammad is the rematch against Leon Edwards. That's probably the most logical fight up next for Belal Muhammad, but we have so many guys hungry for a title shot. The likes of former welterweight champion Kamaru Usman. Kamaru has had some few not so nice words to say about the current welterweight champion Belal Muhammad. I believe it's a way of intriguing and provoking response. Sometimes you have to, I guess, use the quote-unquote dirty tactics to provoke responses. And at the end of the day, it seems like the Kamaru Usman thinks that he has a real chance against the guy who's defeated the guy that's defeated him multiple times. So, that's a bit of MMA math. You can't really count things like that. When I think of Kamaru Usman, in all honesty, I must be honest. We all know, I think most of us realize that the guy has serious knee problems. I have to, we have to give the guy respect for fighting with knee problems. I heard at some point that the guy has to walk down the stairs backwards from how bad his knee problems are. So the fact that the guy still wants to fight, with, basically compromised knees, which I don't see how that's possible, in all honesty, but yeah, shout out to Kamaru Usman for doing it. Apparently, he did it against Leon Edwards, and he's been suffering knee problems, I guess, a little prior to that. I don't want to say that Kamaru Usman's done, but most certainly, I believe last time around, he was in that octagon against Khamzat Chimaev, I want to say, the last fight for Kamaru. In all honesty, did not look terrible against Khamzat Chimaev, but effectively, he did lose the fight. I don't want to say Kamaru Usman's gun shy now in terms of, just being more cautious. After you get knocked out the way he did against Leon Edwards, you will become more cautious. I think that's just natural human instinct. It just becomes imprinted in your heart, in your heart, in your brain, that you have that cautious, the cautiousness about you, just not taking risk as much as you used to, and it's completely understandable. I don't want to say Kamaru Usman's best days are behind him, but I really do think that there is a little bit of truth to that. I really do think that there is a little bit of truth to that. Kamaru Usman, perhaps, I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it. I think Kamaru Usman's best days are behind him. Can we see Kamaru Usman challenging for a title? I mean, in all honesty, I think a lot of people in that welterweight division at this point think that they have a real chance against the guy in the name of Belal Muhammad, the current welterweight champion. Like I said, this is the same thing that helped Belal propel himself to that welterweight title, is the fact that he flew under the radar, the fact that he was underestimated. I really believe it's a double-edged sword. It's kind of serves as a it serves as a weapon for him, in all honesty. The fact that people underestimate him, he's just so easily overlooked. I mean, he was overlooked all the way up until now. You cannot overlook the guy. For at least you have to give him respect as being the champion. But I still think that guys think they can beat him. He's being overlooked just because he's not outspoken, flashy, charismatic as other champions. Some guys, they will intimidate you and play mind games with you and win the fight before the fight's even fought. Jose Aldo, Conor McGregor. The fact that you can really defeat your opponent using psychological warfare. Even prior to the fight, all warfare is based off deception. Sun Tzu, that is. I believe that's one of the first things that he said in The Art of War. All warfare is based off deception. So yes, As far as Belal Muhammad, he definitely does not have that. But that is not important. What's important is the fact that he is welterweight champion at this point, and somebody's gonna have to rip that title off his shoulder. He's not gonna just hand it to you. So if it's Kamaru Usman or Leon Edwards, they're gonna have to work to earn that title. And when you're in there with Belal Muhammad, it's frustrating fighting, especially if he keeps doing what he's doing, and it's training with the Dagestani style of wrestling. Then it's going to be very difficult for whoever faces him to actually get any real momentum going against Belal Muhammad, especially if he fights the fight, similar to the fight that he fought against Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards is no joke. The fact that Belal Muhammad made Leon look the way that he did is it's impressive to say the least. 9 or 10 takedowns. It's just you don't really see that done to Leon Edwards much, and most certainly current welterweight champion was able to achieve that. And I think most people that go in there against Belal Muhammad are in for the same kind of outcome, in all honesty. And that includes Kamaru Usman, a guy who might or might not be past his prime. If I were to pick, with all respect to the welterweight champion, former welterweight champion here, but I want to lean more towards that. It wasn't up to his wrongdoing, the fact that he's past his prime. It's just your body starts deteriorating and breaking down, and if you have bad knees, I don't see how you can go in there against a guy who's, fully ready for a true fight. So I don't know how that would go for Kamaru Usman, but most certainly people think that it's easy to rip that title off of Belal Muhammad's shoulder. Will it be easy? Only time will tell. If you made it this far, appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments and subscribe for more.